Okay, welcome to the shop for part 2 of the finishing the Simeon England cast steel Tomahawk. In episode 1, I basically removed all the rough casting lines, casting gates and sprues, and everything else, and have it all ready now to heat treat. This is 4140 steel. It will harden and it will then sharpen just like a forged Tomahawk. And we're going to go through the process that Simeon demonstrates on his video. This is just me doing what he said. I'm no expert in this. I'm going to hopefully follow his instructions to a T, and hopefully we get the good results. So we are going to first heat our blade, and we're going to heat it from about here down. Okay. Then we are going to, once it loses its magnetic attraction, we are then going to quench from about here down. Okay? And we're going to hold it in a quenching medium, which in this case will be cheap vegetable oil. We're going to quench it in a can full of the vegetable oil. We're going to hold it in that oil for about 15 to 20 seconds. Then we're going to take it out and we're going to then rough this part of the blade. We're going to probably swipe it on some leather or something to kind of get the excess oil off. We're going to swipe it, rough it up just a little bit with a piece of broken brick, and then watch for the color to change on this part of the blade as this heat from this part of the blade travels to the edge, and it should start changing color. Hopefully I'll hold it to where we get a good view of the color change, and once it hits blackish blue on the cutting edge, we're going to set the whole thing in a can of water and let her cool. That's the plan anyway. Now, like I said, I've never done this, not to this extent. Now I've done a little bit of blacksmithing, no real bladesmithing of any level, but we're going to give this a shot, and we're going to see how it comes out. I'm getting ready to attempt this tempering heat treating process. So the first thing we're going to do is fill this up with oil. Now I don't want to touch it to the bottom because I don't want to insulate it against getting all around the blade. And I've dropped stuff here. Okay, so we got our oil in there. Okay, here we have our water. Pretty much fill that up. We have our brick, pliers, magnet, glove. And I'm going to heat this with MAP. Now, I may have to change because I don't want to have it too low. We'll see. Let's kind of get a preview of the angle here before I start it up. No, I think this will work. Okay. So, brick. I don't really like the way the pliers fit that. All right, let's see here. I think that'll work. I don't want to get it pointed too much towards the... All right, so we Turn on our MAP gas. I have an acetylene torch, and Simeon uses, he calls it a plumber's torch, which is probably for brazing. I still think it's acetylene, but nonetheless, my acetylene torch has a cutting tip on it, and I don't have a rosebud for heating, so. All right, let's see what we can do here. Not cool. Just not getting it hot enough. It's cooling down so fast. All right, do something a little bit different here. Try this. It'll be a little harder to do because you got more things to manage. She's getting it hotter for sure. I'm using a cutting tip, not a rosebud, so it's going to get a little difficult. All right. It's a little darker out here. There's straw. There it is. I hope you saw that. I don't know if you did or not. Oh, that was a mess. Okay, as you can tell, the acetylene, it did that. Of course, it had some residual heat in it, but it was, cooled down considerably. But the acetylene did it in 10 seconds. We piddled around for 20 minutes with the MAP gas. So, the pole end, it did turn black. I mean, the color changed on it. There's that. So we'll see. If it, I don't think I'm going to be crushing anybody's skull with it, but it did. We did get it done. I'm gonna put it on a haft. I'm gonna delete the 20 minutes worth of files that I wasted on the one camera. The phone did us no good. I just couldn't get everything out here. I'm gonna haft this. That'll probably be another video. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But when my phone or my battery died on my Canon the other day, I basically went into about a 10-minute dissertation on Tomahawks. Was going to put it in here, but I think we'll make it a different video. But there we go. Thanks. I've been sitting there talking to nobody because I didn't start the camera. It's been one of those days. Anyway, that is what took MAP gas over 20 minutes to still not accomplish. The acetylene torch did in about a minute. And I didn't burn it, I don't think. I think we got it right. We'll see. The handle is ready. I already got a kerf cut in it. A little bow dark wedge. I will do that on the next one. This one's already gotten too long and with all its misstarts. But like I say, I'm no expert in anything. So hopefully it worked. Certainly had color change. So we'll see. That'll come. Completely finish this up. So, have a great Saturday. Have a great weekend. Go to church tomorrow.